Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to see some of the advantages of trees in our daily lives. So without further delay, we move on to the first one. So the first advantage of tree is that tree regulates the water cycle. The water cycle is the process by which water falls to the ground as rain. It's then absorbed by trees and other plants, then released back into the air as transpiration. Constantly drinking whenever it can, a single tree will typically release around 250 to 400 gallons of water back into the air every single day. Therefore, trees are crucial for maintaining optimum levels of humidity in our air. They also ensure that water cycle remains in balance. The world has established a natural rhythm when it comes to the water cycle. Deforestation severely disrupts the cycle and can put out supplies of fresh water. But there are still 9 more reasons why trees are so important. So, the next reason is that trees provide jobs. All the way from rainforest care to tree planting, from fruit harvest to biological and botanical research, trees provide a multitude of jobs. At a project in Ghana, trees also offer possibility of education for youngsters. Working on the land in a career old as time. But as with many other physically taxing jobs, it tends to be work which is reserved for those in lower socio-economic areas. For many small, often rural communities, without trees, there would be no way to sustain the local people. While it could be argued that deforestation also creates jobs, this work is not sustainable in long term. Once the trees are gone, the work is too. Forest conservation and reforestation make up the majority of arboricultural jobs in the world. We need to protect these roles from people whose livelihood depend on it, or better yet, create even more of these jobs. So the third benefit of tree is that trees are a vital habitat for wildlife. Surely we don't have to explain the reasons why forests are vital for wildlife too. A diverse range of birds, insects, and mammals live in this forest habitat. These creatures have adapted to the environment over centuries and are reliant on it. While the larger or more exciting animals may be first that come to mind, a seemingly simple trees may well be home to hundreds or even thousands more creatures of a much smaller size. Snakes, frogs, ants, termites, spiders, beetles, moths, all of them depend on the safety of their forest home. It has been estimated that if deforestation continues at its current rate, it will result in extinction of around 28,000 different species in next 25 years. Many of them would disappear without ever having been discovered. These reasons are mind-blowing. Don't you think? If you see the importance of trees, then plant one day. It's super easy and only takes 3 minutes. The fourth reason and the benefit of having tree is that they improve the soil quality. Trees play a super important role in improving the quality of the soil around them in numerous ways. As part of the carbon filtering properties, they remove carbon and other noxious substances from the soil, allowing other plants to flourish. Good quality soil should contain no more than 2% carbon. However, in heavily forested areas, it can be as low as 0.05%. In fact, land that is surrounded by trees can double crop production thanks to the soil purifying effect of trees. The better yield, the less land is needed to feed humanity. Trees also contribute vital minerals to soil by shedding its foliage and allowing it to decompose as much. And lastly, trees improve soil quality by pulling up nutrients from deep under the ground up to the surface via the powerful action of their roots. Again, this makes the soil much more nutritious for other plants. So, the fifth reason and the benefit of the tree is that trees prevent soil erosion. Areas that have been deforested are much more vulnerable to desertification. Using their trunks and foliage, trees form a natural barrier to winds and floods. This barrier slows the forces of nature down and helps to prevent bad weather from becoming a natural disaster, capability of devastating large areas. Philippines is one of the countries where we focus on planting mangrove trees. These trees create a natural form of protection to the land. Tree roots perform a vital function in holding the soil together, preventing it from erosion. In deforested areas, there is nothing to keep the soil in place or slow the speed of incoming winds of the monsoons. A period of high winds of rain is then free to sweep away all the loose soil, turning the area into a quasi-desert. Check out how the plants and trees prevent soil erosion. So, the sixth benefit and the reason of the tree is that tree as a food source. Sustainable grown trees are a source of many vital foodstuffs. It well is known that the world's population would have more than enough to eat it everyone followed a vegan diet. We can get plenty of nutrients from trees alone, from the nuts to fruits to the syrup created from flowers and resins and the spices created from aromatic barks. Trees are amazing source of food for humans. And hey, the tree firewood they provide enables us to prepare food we could otherwise not digest. One of the many reasons why trees are awesome in this day because they provide us with so many of life essentials. The seventh benefit of having trees is that trees combat noise pollution. As well as combating air pollution, trees have a role in combating the negative impact of noise pollution. A major effect of urbanization, transport, and industrialization, noise is not just annoying for humans, it can have a devastating effect on wildlife. Not only can the noise pollution caused by humans interfere with the animal sonar and navigation systems, it can disrupt whole ecosystems. For example, some breeds of nesting birds will not nest in habitats that they are undesirable due to noise. The foliage of trees has a muffling effect, diminishing the level of sound that reaches it. Wildlife is buffed from the noise pollution that we as humans create. The eighth benefit of having tree is that trees and light pollution too. As well as muffled sound, trees' foliage also provide as a barrier against unwanted light pollution. Like noise pollution as well as being annoying, city lights can disrupt habits of animals such as birds and moths. They rely on the daily life cycles of light and darkness to regulate their internal clock, navigate and sound source food. Newly planted trees have helped reduce the effect of pollution all over the world. So the ninth benefit of having trees is that trees fight climate change. One of the factors affecting global warming and climate change is the level of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas known for its heat trapping properties. In a rapidly warming planet, the excessive levels of carbon dioxide that humans are producing is literally trapping the heat in our atmosphere. As tree grows, it absorbs carbon dioxide from the air through a process called photosynthesis. It stores the carbon as wood and releases oxygen molecules. For this reason, forests act like a giant filter. They remove the greenhouse gas from the air and only disperse it back into the air if they are burned or decomposed back into the earth. This is why the effects of deforestation are twofold. Not only the nature's CO2 filters we removed, but they are often burnt afterwards, releasing any carbon they were stoking back into the atmosphere. Once a tree is fully grown, it removes less carbon dioxide from the atmosphere as it is no longer created as much new wood. The additional carbon isn't necessary. With responsible woodland management, older trees can be carefully harvested in order to absorb the maximum amount of carbon from the air, creating carbon sink. Trees are absolutely vital in the fight against climate change. Without the world's forest, we wouldn't stand a chance. So the last but not the least, the 10th benefit of having tree is that trees create oxygen. The truth in saying that the Amazon rainforest is the green lung of our planet. We have already covered the way that trees remove carbon dioxide from the air. It's an additional bonus that they also produce oxygen as a byproduct. So do not only trees remove unhealthy hair, they actually replace it with clean hair. Considering about two-thirds of the human body is made up of oxygen, that's pretty good news for us. Without oxygen, it would be game over for all human species. And since photosynthesis is the largest creator of oxygen, we should probably make sure that we are taking good care of us. So thank you guys for listening patiently to my channel, and if you like this, you can share, subscribe and like my video, and you can put in the comment what all you think about this video. So thank you for watching guys. Have a nice day.